No, but so speaking of that, like I know you value all that. Like, so you say your daughter like is learning it. I mean, how much are you valuing that bilingual, bilingual education for your daughter? Like, are you trying? Did you guys
I
try or what?
try. So I'm better at speaking Spanish with her than my husband is, admittedly. And I've told him, because I grew up in Modesto and I grew up around mostly Spanish speakers who are from either Mexico or Central America.
Mhm.
I speak Spanish differently than my husband speaks Spanish.
Right.
I use different terms than he uses, which, I mean, you can understand in like the genesis of a language. There's certain words in Spanish in Mexico that we use that were Nahuatl or like native words.
Yes.
Just like my husband's from Peru, there's a lot of native influence there. Like
Inca and all that stuff.
they use certain words that are like, oh, that's a Quechua word. You didn't even know that that was a Quechua word. So like I've told my husband straight up, I'm like, babe, if you want her to speak Spanish like she's Peruvian, which when somebody asks her what she is and why she speaks Spanish, she's gonna say she's Peruvian because her dad's from Peru.
Right.
She said forever, she's like, my dad's Peruvian because he's from Peru and I'm from Peru too. And I was like, Mija, you're not from Peru. But like even that, like I say mija to her, he calls her hija.
Mm. Yeah,
Even
that's
as simple
cultural
as that.
difference right
And
there.
that's a cultural thing. Like
Yeah.
Mexicans, everybody's mijo, mija.
Anybody who's younger than you is Miko. Yeah, anybody who's younger.
If you're 6 months younger than me, if you're not married, I will call you mijo or mija.
Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
married, then you're senora, senora. But stuff like that. Like I've told him, if you want her to speak Spanish like she's Peruvian, then you need to speak Spanish to her because otherwise, I'm going to teach her all the Mexicanisms, and it's something where she speaks Spanish, and I'll quiz her. I'll be like, okay, so how do you say socks? And she'll say calcetines. And but how does your dad say socks? She's like medias.
Maybe.
Okay, how do you say t-shirt? Camiseta. How does your dad say it? Polo. Like
Wow. That's
what's
cool.
the
I mean,
word?
it's harder for her because she's going to be all over the place, but it's kind of cool that she's, picking up that second one. Right now, I'm obsessed with watching. Like my wife, she makes fun of me, but I watch like Argentina news, like soccer news. I'll
Yeah.
watch like even though all I do is talk about Argentina, all I do is talk about that. And to me, I just watch it. To be honest, I'm just watching them talk because I'm like, why do they always? You know what I mean? It's like bossy, bossy. And I'm just in there like, and
Yeah.
I can't do it yet. I can't imitate it yet, but I like listening to it. I know it's kind of annoying sometimes, but it's like I kind of like the Argentinian, this little like what are they?
Yeah.
I don't know. And
It's
I'm
kind of
so,
like,
yeah,
I think it's like how Americans like British English. It's
yes,
kind of like it's
Australian, all
kind
that,
of like a sexier version of English than what we speak.
right? And
Um
they're just like, oh my god, because I watched it on Netflix. I watch a bunch of Colombian like telenovelas or shows that come on or movies, and I love watching it just to hear their like mannerisms and the way they talk. And I don't know, I
yeah.
like it. It's like it's a new flavor to it. I don't know, I just like it.
Yeah.